What's going on, folks? Welcome to 34 Questions. Today's guest is my homie Kelvin from my urban farm era days. Thank you, bro, for coming through.
Thank you for inviting me, man. I appreciate it.
For sure, for sure. So I think you might already know how the podcast flows, but just as a reminder, we're going to do some intro questions, and then there's going to be a little icebreaker. And then after the icebreaker, that's when we get into the main meat of the interview. Sound good?
For sure. Sounds good.
All right. So my first intro warm-up question is, how have you been?
Man, I've been good, man. Just been working a lot, just got another job at another dispensary. If you guys are around Bayshore area, come by Elevated SF,
Yeah,
ever since Urban Farm shut down, I got to stay in the business still. So just got to find another spot to go to, so it's been cool.
For sure. I mean, it is fortunate to stay in the business. So I'm happy for you, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
For sure.
How about yourself, man? How about you? How's it going with you?
I've been good, man. I've been I've been working. I work graveyard shift at the moment from 9:30 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. to about 6:30 a.m. And then this podcast is pretty much my life. Those two things, and then just spending time with loved ones. That's pretty much the big trifecta in my life right now. If I'm not doing any of those three things, then I'm sleeping.
Nice. I love it.
For sure, man. For sure. My second question is, what would you like the audience to know about you?
Audience know about me. I mean, I don't know, really. I'm just a regular person, just a normal person, doing their everyday lives, getting their, money stacked up and everything.
For sure.
If you get to know me, you'll understand who I am. But other than that, I can't really, tell people who I am through, just me telling who I am.
Oh no, I understand. Sometimes that's the hardest question, right? Like, describe yourself. It's like, God damn.
Yeah.
You should ask my friends what I'm like. That's how I feel about it.
Exactly.
But yeah. My third question is, are you living the dream? And if not, what does the dream look like for you?
Dude, I'm always living the dream, man. As I always says, man, living like another day in paradise. Another day in paradise.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. My fourth question is, what would you like your descendants to know about you? Think about it like further down the line, maybe 5 generations down the road. Yeah. What would you like?
Honestly, I feel like, I want to be known as that uncle that, that kind of broke the boundaries within my whole, entire family structure, because most of my family is usually either nurses or they're usually either in the tech field, et cetera, et cetera. But, here I am working in the cannabis industry, breaking barriers, in my my generations of my family. So, that's, I want to be that person, don't be afraid to break out of, your kind of family culture and what they want you to do. Just go with what you love to do. Because if you love doing what you're doing, you're gonna have fun doing it.
No, for sure, man. And I totally understand. I feel like I got a little bit of pushback when I was in the industry as well. It's like, so I definitely understand.
You trained me at Urban Farm, so yeah.
I did. I forgot, man. I forgot all about that. The admin position.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to all the admins behind that desk before we became bud tenders and whatnot.
That was a good days, man. Good days. I miss Urban Farm,
Yeah, man, I do too.
Even though it's been maybe about almost 2 months now?
2 months since when? Since it closed?
I think since it closed down. It's been about 3 months, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels like it's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, time flies too, So it's a trip. What's it called? For sure. Well, thank you for letting me know, and hopefully, maybe your descendants will watch this one day and understand you a little bit better. My fifth question is, how well do you know yourself? If it's hard to put into words, you could just give me a scale from 1 to 10.
I mean, as I always tell people, you're still learning even till the day you die. So I can't really say that I know myself. I can say right now at my age in this time of year, I do understand who I am, some, ever since, like throughout the years, I never knew who I was, and I kind of had to build my own self-love and everything. And now, here I am.
For sure. I definitely agree with you. There's always more to learn. We change as people too, so maybe not today, but maybe a year from now or something, we'll learn something.
Yeah.
Sure. My last question is more a little fun, but what's your jam? So, you go into the club, or, you try to set the mood for yourself. What's your go-to?
My go-to right now, honestly, besides dancing in my room, still gotta stick to my breakdance,
Oh, for sure.
Yes. But other than that, I kind of just been working a lot. But when I have my days off, I kind of just go on random, adventures by myself, go out to like the Ocean Beach or Golden Gate Park, etc., etc.
For sure. That's what's up, man. And, I respect that, because I don't think a lot of people do that for themselves, They don't like spending time with just them. They, some people need somebody else there with them to go do anything sometimes. So yeah, mad respect for sure. In the musical sense, is there a song that would you say is your jam?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
It's the first one to come to mind. You don't gotta be like, the defining song of who you are. You feel me?
Yeah. I mean, that's a hard one, to be honest with you, because I have a lot of, I listen to a lot of different music right now. But I would have to say, it's this song by I forgot. I think it was it's not by Protege, but it's a reggae with Wiz Khalifa. It's called The Vibe. It's a really good song. So
it's called The Vibe.
Yeah, it's called A Vibe.
A Vibe. Okay. Thanks for putting me on. I'm gonna have to check that out for sure.
It's with Khalifa, and it's like it has a really nice, reggae beat, very nice. It's just all about the Rasta and all about feeling nice, all of that.
Yeah, sick, man, for sure. I'll definitely let you know how that hits me when I take a listen. All right, so before we jump into the main meat, where we are gonna do a little icebreaker. If you're down, feel free to say no if you don't want to do it, but it is the spelling bee portion. I like to just throw this in there. Yeah. And if you get it right, I will invite you back on for the spelling bee episode of 34 questions with all the other winners or all the other people who qualified, and hopefully that's a little more fun down the road. But yeah, would you like to participate? And if you don't, it's all good.
I'm down. I'm down. If I fail, I fail. If I win, I win.
Yeah. So I've been using the same word, and I don't know if you may or may not have heard it. You could, Scout's honor, you could let me know if you've heard it already, but if not, just go with it. You got 2 chances. And yeah, so the word is liaison.
Liaison. I heard about that. I know it's with an S. It's like S-O-N, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
S-O-N. God, I've heard this word before. Mm-hmm. I remember hearing it in high school, but never again,
Really? So, okay.
Yeah, so this is the first in years since I've heard it. So it's been like 11 years. Shit, yeah. Liaison. I think it's like L-A-I-S-O-N, I think.
Got one more chance. The hint is there's one letter that's in the middle that's like, man, you can't sound it out. It's not something that you can sound out, to be honest.
Okay.
I guess you can. Go for it though.
Ooh, that's hard. I don't know, man. That's all I could think of. I mean, honestly, I think any that's but nothing comes to mind besides the one that I
Just,
that
just,
I said the first time.
just guess it, man. Just guess it. One more. You got one more chance. Why not just like throw a letter out there and who knows?
So I mean, LAIGHSON. I don't know.
Oh,
you know,
man. Yeah.
The GH is usually a silent.
Yeah, there's actually like a little bit of a silent I. It's LIAISON. Yeah, liaison. I know. I've been rolling with that word because I would say only one person. Well, actually, no, I don't think anybody got that word right so far. So, yeah, I'm just rolling with it.
What's the definition of that word?
It's like it's basically, well, there's like four. I mean, when I looked it up, there's 4 different definitions. The one I know it by, and I feel like most people recognize it with, is like the press liaison will take notes of the meeting. It's like, or will communicate in the meeting. So it's like the middle person that kind of like brings 2 groups together, or kind of like communicates with both people. That's how I interpret it, and I think most people interpret it. Yeah. So that's a liaison. Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you for participating, man.
I tried.
Yeah, man, shoot. Like, everybody out there, y'all better try it. Like, there's no harm in it, But yeah. Cool, man. Let's jump into the main interview. And the routine. Give me a number between 1 and 34, and I'll give you that question. We'll flow with it.
I'm gonna start with my favorite number, which is 8, because that's my birthday year. I mean, birthday month and day. So
you're 8'8". Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I think that's a crazy lucky number, right? In like Asian culture, 88 or something. It's
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
88. Because it's like infinity, pretty much.
Yeah. All right, for sure, man. This question is, what is something you want to start to get into more?
Get into.
Yeah, like something you just want to add into your life. You feel me? Like.
Okay, so something different than what I'm already doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say going back to like more into dancing, but if it's something more different, I would say more into like doing more cooking.
Can you cook now? Or...
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I just made I think like a month ago or so, I made some like Japanese sandwiches, and then fruit sandwiches. Cut them up. Made with my whipped cream and everything.
Yeah. Man, I need to work on that, man. I have 0 patience. I'm the kind of person who eats food cold, because I'm like, I don't even want to put it in the microwave, man. I just want to eat it. So,
you can already, if it's already if it's already cooked, might as well just eat it now.
Yeah. Unless it's like freezing, unless it's freezing, I'm not gonna eat it. But cold pizza, I'm down with. Cold noodles, whatever. Yeah, that's how I be. What's something like? Is there any particular type of cuisine that you want to like really focus on or start off with?
I mean, I honestly want to start getting more into like more Filipino food. I used to always help my mom cook all the time. Got to understand how certain cook. But like, I want to get more deeper into like, certain regions of the Philippines and how they make it in comparison to, certain other regions, and how it tastes different. So.
Yeah, man, I hear you. And yeah, that's a trip. Like, it'll definitely bring you closer to your roots. You feel me too? And yeah, that's dope. What do you think is like the biggest barrier you're facing, like that might not give you a chance to get into cooking more? Would it be like time, money, whatever?
Time. Really time, because I work a lot. I work 2 jobs, so I don't have a day off. So
no days off.
I mean, Thursdays and Fridays usually my days off. I get off at 10:30 in the morning, so I have the whole day to myself. So I do my daily chores. Do my daily. I just cook mainly, comments.
For sure. Well, thank you for making time for this, man. Like, you know, your free time is valuable to me, and you know, yeah. So thanks for making time for this.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate, you know, your time, you know, inviting me and, you know, being in this, you know, 34 questions with you, man.
For sure, man. Throw me another number.
Number. So let's go high, and let's go 34.
Oh, 34. Nice. I definitely appreciate that. Let's see. Life is about blank. Life is about blank. Fill in the blank.
Life is about just living your life. You know, you just gotta, yeah, you just, you know, it's a very cliche saying, but you know, if you live your life the way you want it, and the way, you know, the way you want it to be, it will be. You know, you just gotta commit to what you want to do in your life.
Okay.
You know,
do you think most people are living their lives, or maybe not?
I mean, in a sense, yeah, you know, people are living their lives in a sense, but in a sense, you know, we're in this society where we're kind of locked into like paying rent, you know, going, you know, daily cycle of just working, paying stuff, bills, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. Can we break free from that? Is there a way?
Hopefully so, man. Hopefully so. Find a solution for me, that would be great.
yeah, no, for sure. You know, I felt like COVID kind of gave me an opportunity to like kind of live that way a little bit after you know, just ordering everybody to stay home, and it's like, okay, I'll stay home, and then had a little freedom, you know. I think they're kind of taken care of a little bit too, so
yeah,
definitely a trip.
Yeah, and then I see that, you know, this thing is blown up. You know, I saw a couple of your, you know, your videos already, and I was like, dang, dude, I haven't seen those old faces in a minute, you know. So shout out to all the other people before me. So
oh yeah. Oh, no doubt, man. And yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be looking forward to this episode as well, man. You know, it's a good way to do it. Have you been on a, what's it called, Mr. Wimmer's little get together on?
Actually, I might just hop on right after this, to be honest with you, because Don just hit me up and is all like, hey, Chris Wimmer's having a, you know, urban farm thing, come by. I'm like, okay, I'll come by after this.
Yeah. Man, I feel bad that I couldn't make it either. Not this week. I had a pretty important thing earlier, but yeah, I only stopped by once, but I definitely want to come back in there and just see everybody again. That community was special, man.
Man, it was, especially that area, urban farm, that whole community. Yeah, it was very special indeed.
Yeah. All the regulars, like, you know, we would be having these conversations with them on the daily, you know, and that was always great.
Yeah. Over at my new job at Elevated, I actually have a couple of our regulars that come by, and they're like, yeah, and they always say, you know, like they always tell my you know, my coworkers, like, man, Urban Farm was so unique. It was different compared to all the other dispensaries. You know?
Yeah, I think it was really us though, like the combination of the people that was working there, that definitely gave it its personality. You feel me? And
also the regulars too, you know, shout out to all the regulars.
Yeah, no doubt, because the regulars were basically like employees too, right? Like they were there, they were doing their thing every day, you know. So yeah, no doubt. Like I feel like a stranger coming into that place, you know, just felt like, oh damn, this whole family is just like living together in this this place, and they're welcoming, you know. If anything, we were definitely welcoming.
Yeah.
For sure. Shout out Urban Farm, man. I wonder what's gonna happen to that property. I pass by it all the time during work, and I'm just like, I wonder when the sign's gonna come down. I wonder when, like, you know, all that shit.
Yeah, like, hey, can I take a couple of the stuff for
memorabilia? Dude, yeah. I just want the UP letters, you know, in the lights.
Bro.
Let me get that.
Yeah, let me just get a light bulb, you know.
Oh yeah. Who's gonna get the pig, man? Who's gonna get that flying pig, man?
Oh man, you know, happy to be honest with you, but that would be dope if you could just, you know, someone would just have it hanging in their like living room or something.
I mean, hopefully it goes to one of the workers, you know, one of the management at least, you know.
Yeah,
We'll see. Yeah. Throw me another number, bro.
Number 20.
20.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. This one's a little deep, and like with any question, if it feels like it's too deep, you could always skip it. But this one is there any type of support you need right now?
Oh, type of support that I need right now.
If not, that's great, you know. But you know,
that's a good one, to be honest with you. Wow, that's a very deep question. You know, honestly, yeah, no, I'm pretty content with my life right now. I couldn't say that if I need any help or not, you know.
Yeah.
I got love from, you know, from my family and, you know, people like you and, you know, everybody. You know? So I'm thinking about my life right now, you know. I guess you could say, you know, you're living the dream.
I got you, man. I got you. And honestly, I'm happy for you. I'm glad to hear that you know, you feel like you're pretty content and you're doing what you love to do regardless. Jim, man, I know you're a hard worker. Ever since I've known you, you always had 2 jobs, you know. And,
oh, yep.
And everybody out here sometimes complaining about one job. You feel me? So yeah.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. So
yeah,
that's what I always tell people. You gotta do what you gotta do, and if you don't like doing it, then change it up. You know, that's what I always tell people.
Power's in your hands, right?
Exactly.
Are you planning to stay in the Bay Area, like, you know, just for yourself, for your future, or, you know, are there any other places you want to head out to?
I mean, you know, once this whole COVID thing kind of lifts off, you know, kind of want to just travel real quick and see how everything, see where I live.
I got you.
You know, I can't really find another spot right now that is good as California.
I hear you. I mean, but for us Californians, California's pretty special for sure.
Exactly. The weather, you know, it's just right. You know, we do get some shitty weathers here and there, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it's better than, you know, either snow or tornado or, you know.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and yeah, our weather. Like, I feel like we are definitely spoiled. I feel like anytime I talk to other people about, oh, yeah, maybe the South, maybe the East Coast, and they're like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to deal with all that? Like, you know?
Yeah, I have a couple of friends already that already left, either from like going to like Cincinnati area or going to like Texas. And I'm like, you know, dang, like those areas are starting to boom more, especially the tech industry. You know, everyone's
really?
Yeah, a lot of people are leaving San Francisco and just either going to Texas or going to other places now.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. I haven't been to either of those places, so I don't know what it's like. I hear Texas is popping though, especially that Austin area. You know?
Yeah, that's what I hear too. Yeah, so I mean, I haven't been there either, so shit.
Nah, for
sooner
sure.
I will.
What was that?
Sooner or later, I will. You know.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. Cool. What's another number for you, man?
Let's see. I did 834. Guess we'll go with 18.
18? All right. What is your unpopular opinion? Something that you seem to always get some pushback for. Somebody wants to be like, you know, wants to challenge that way of thought. You feel me? But yeah, do you have one? Or
mainly about my, you know, it's mainly work. You know, it's mainly about weed. You know, it's mainly about people saying, you know, it's about this, all about that. But you know, sometimes you just gotta trust your bartender, especially if a person knows they're, you know, they're if you're very knowledgeable, you know, especially. I mean, I'm not trying to be biased, especially people like her. Shout out to, all the employees on the farm, we were very knowledgeable. So we would get, a lot that like setback of people like, like, oh no, I'm good off that. I'd rather get good or, another well-known brand.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's true. I would say during work, no matter what you told them, it would be like they just go against whatever you recommended, and you're like, well, "Why'd you ask me then?" Like,
why'd you ask me? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
But other than that, yeah, no, that's pretty much it, really. I just get a lot of like setback, all of that. All the people, just telling me how to either, sell weed or do this or do that.
Oh, how to do things sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, sir, like I understand how you feel, but been doing this for quite some time, so you gotta try your strain once at least to understand it, to sell it.
And don't you feel like everybody has their own approach, like that fits with their personality, and like just we all have our different tastes and likes and stuff, so the way we're gonna sell things are gonna be a little bit different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I usually ask them what they prefer. That they always try to like, refer to something else than what they're saying already in the first place.
But then they're gonna end up going back to the thing that they were talking about in the first place anyway. Yeah. Well, maybe they just want conversation. They want to pick your brain or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We do get a lot of people from from the airport because we're like the closest club going to or going away from the airport.
Right off the like close to the freeway, huh? Or yeah, 101. Yeah, I've been there before, I believe. Before you worked there, I had been there before. Yeah, well,
small spot.
What's up?
It's a small spot.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Yeah, I'll come visit you, man, for sure. I'll stop by. I was gonna ask you, you got any favorite products that are different from the Urban Farm days, or you feel like any products are still super strong? Any brands or companies?
I mean, you can always never go wrong with King's Garden. King's Garden will always be good stuff. But other than that, I've been dabbing a lot lately. I've been smoking up Frosties, rosin, Papa Select stuff.
Papa Select. I mean, those are still names that the top brands in my name for sure that I can remember.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, no, I just I've tried other stuff that we've had, but I mean, we've had some Cali Kosher that's not too bad, and there's some live red stuff that too.
For sure, man. Is there anything like, I don't know, any topicals or any edibles or drinks that are new and kind of popping?
Ooh, I mean, you remember all the quick drinks, the quickies and the quixies?
Do they got more flavors yet, or is it?
Oh, no, they still have the same ones, but like they have an off-brand called Tonic, which we have. Mm-hmm. They also got like 100 milligrams, and they have like berry acai,
okay,
fresh lemonade and all of that. Those are really good, but other than that, we also have like a 1,000 milligram cannellini, and we sell out so quickly.
Yeah, I love the cannellini, man.
those are dangerous.
Yeah, definitely hit me up whenever that's in stock, man. I like having them, for any occasion, and just like stocking them and stuff. So
that's the same with me, dude. I have two, just
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Occasion on my day off, and I just want to like just take
Oh yeah.
Those,
And then there's places out there that may not like to smoke, so you got to find other ways. But I feel
exactly. Yeah. But other than that, tinctures, just been taking some 1-to-1s, some 1-to-1 gummies. You can never go wrong with wild gummies.
Yeah. For sure. Throw me another number, man. Keep it rolling.
Number. Let's go with 30.
30. Ooh, all right. You know about like when the glass breaks for someone? It's like, yeah. The question is, when has the glass been broken for you? A time when your perception was challenged and broken. It's like Yeah, I'm trying to think. I should think of an example for myself. But do you understand what I'm saying?
Like big challenge in my life that I had to conquer in a sense, or
it's more like in a sense, right? Let's say you had a girlfriend or whatever, and then it didn't work out, and then one of your family members was like, "Oh, you never noticed that they were like this?" And then they're like, "Oh shit, like I didn't realize it in the moment, but now that you told me about it, I can totally see what you mean." You know, like it's one of those kind of things. You feel me? But yeah. I mean, that might take some thought. Take your time. Think about it. And if you can't come up with anything, we can move on. No worries.
Man, that's a good one, man. Dang. Honestly, dang, that's a good one. Honestly, things that you know, my parents would always say to not do, but I ended up doing it anyways. I felt like, kind of just, I felt like I wanted to experience why they think that way, and, trying those experiences out, most of those were falls were, if not, either fabricated or just misled to, just a tiny little different direction, and now like my mom or my dad, they do, they do topicals and they do bombs because I've been trying to like teach them about like the medication, marijuana and everything. So, and yeah,
man, that's huge. I same experience with my folks, man. Like they do take a lot of medicine, right? And just bringing them home topicals and just like CBD pills and whatnot, and they giving it a shot. Like, I know my mom loves the creams and stuff for sure. She'd prefer that over icy hot or like anything else. You feel me?
Yeah. She still gets scared because she still thinks she's gonna get high off of it, but I tell her it doesn't get her high. If you feel kind of like a nice numbing sensation in that certain part of area, and then that means it's working. Think of it as like salumpas, or like tiger balm or something.
So, wait, salumpas is the that green one or nah?
Yeah, the one that your mom would put, ask you to put on, and ask you to cut it a certain size. You patch it on the back.
yeah. That's hella funny. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy because like the glass is usually broken from different perspectives, right? And people have to be receptive to kind of seeing that other perspective for that glass to be broken. But yeah, man, I hear you. Keep it rolling, man. What's another number for you?
Number, I will go with 13.
13. It'll be interesting, but whose opinion do you value the most?
Whose opinion would matter?
Like if you ever needed advice, if you ever, like who do you kind of turn to?
Honestly, my best friends, to be honest with you. I usually turn to my best friends, and they usually give me a good advice, and I kind of follow with it, and their advice are usually 90%.
I gotcha. Yeah, man, it's interesting for sure. Like I like to think that maybe nobody's. I won't let any other body's opinions affect me, kind of thing. But then when you do need like some kind of support or some kind of direction, you have to turn to somebody and value their opinion, right? But yeah, and friends are always good to go to, right? It's like you almost feel like you're on the same journey with them, and they can always, maybe they've been to where you were before, so they have you know, value in that opinion.
Yeah, that or like if when it comes to like blood related, it would be my sister, my older sister. I usually have a problem with something. If I just have a random question, she usually hits back up, you know. Too.
Oh, you said your sister?
Yeah, my sister.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh man, that's I feel like that sibling relationship for sure is something that can't be matched sometimes. Like, I know not everybody has good relationships with their family, but when you do, I feel like, damn, those are the people that have been in your life forever, for your entire life, and gonna continue to be in your life, you know? Yeah,
it's crazy to think that, you know, like you know, you have siblings and you've seen them grow up, and you've seen them since you've been other people, since you've remembered. So it's just see how where we are now, you know, we're this old, you know, we got friends now that are having kids, and we're just like, dang, dude, like the time flew by. In a sense.
You only have is it just you and your sister, or you have any other
siblings? No, I got 2 sisters and a brother, and I'm the youngest.
Okay, for sure. Would you say you still see them as you know, they're like how you saw them as a kid, or nah, not anymore? It's all different.
It is totally different, man. Totally different. You know, people change, you know, either in a good way or a bad way. You know, I'm not gonna go more deeper into that, but you know,
for sure.
It's what it is, you know.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, keep it rolling. Throw me another number, man.
Number, I will go with 17.
17.
Yeah.
All right. You ever heard of the term good trouble? You know, like when people say you should get into some good trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to give super crazy details or nothing, but the question is, when was the time that you've gotten into good trouble?
Oh man, that's easy. I mean, I would have to say, you know, psychedelics. You know, psychedelics for sure, especially microdosing on, you know, psychedelics, mainly mushrooms. You know, I usually microdose on mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, therapeutic, keep me medicated. You know, that's why, you know, my life kind of changed a little bit after, you know, doing more microdosing than just taking a whole eighth or a whole.
Yeah, man. I usually take the whole eighth. I've never. Go ahead, say that again.
And just seeing walls melt, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. Do you mind if I ask you what your first experience was like, or you know?
Oh, man, my first experience, man. Oh man, it was at a rave. You know, it was.
Okay.
It was at a rave. I've taken, you know, a few other substances, you know, and my friend was all like, "Hey, I got mushrooms," and I'm like, "What are those?" And then he pulls them out, and there's just these mushrooms. I'm like, "Oh, mushrooms! Here, I'll try them."
For sure.
Not knowing what they were, you know. So I took a pretty good amount. I took like, I think, like 2 to 3 caps and a stem or 2. And,
that's good. That's not like a whole eighth your first time. That's the way you should do it. That's the way you should do it.
You know, I mean, doing it by itself is the way you should do it. Besides, you know, I was on other substances, but other than that, you know, like I had a very good trip. You know, I had fun. You know, I had fun dancing with the good music and everything. So.
Yeah. I know what you mean. For sure. Yeah. How would you, like, I don't want to say peer pressure, but like, you know, if someone was curious about shrooms and everything, what advice would you give them? To like,
I mean, what advice I would give them with anything really is, you know, you just gotta have the right mentality, have positive, you know, just have a positive attitude, positive thought, be in an environment that you know you'll be comfortable and safe at. You know, you can do it outside, you can do it at the beach, whichever feels comfortable with you. And or if with your friends, you know, just or with family, just as long as you are comfortable with them, you know, taking those stuff.
I'll say that last part again. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you know, just basically good vibes. You know, you just gotta be with good people, either with friends or family. You know, you just gotta have good vibes.
Would you recommend ever doing it solo?
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
Okay. Yeah.
I do it pretty often, you know. So
For sure.
of course, yeah.
Okay. How's it different from like whenever I normally go on a trip, it's usually on the 8th. How's a microdosing different?
I mean, you know, you feel it, but you feel kind of more happy. You feel more giggly. You don't really see any visuals. You know, you might feel a little bit of like kind of that weird vibration feeling or that weird lightweight feeling. But, you know, other than that, you know, you feel just fine. You go to sleep. You wake up the next morning feeling glowing. You know, you feel good. You know, it's weird. Microdosing really helps, but just don't take it like an everyday basis, because if you take it every day, you know, your tolerance is just gonna keep going up, you know.
Yeah, man. I had a run in college where it felt like maybe for 2 months I did it like every weekend, and yeah, that was a crazy 2-month run for sure. And you know, I had done it. I experimented with like doing it outside, staying inside, trying different things, and I was just like, oh man. And at the end of it though, like, you know, I appreciated it. I knew what I felt like I was trying to get out of it. You know, that's I think another important thing is that like you go into it knowing what you're looking for, right? That's because if you don't, then it might just take a wrong turn. And yeah.
I always tell people, just, you know, experiment on it. If you're afraid, ask somebody, but if you're ready, just experiment on it, and at least you know whether or not, you know, what to do or what not to do, you know, whether you're gonna have a good trip again or you're gonna go back to those ways where you're gonna have a bad trip, you know, depending on your mentality and how you're gonna go approach about that things.
I hear you, man, for sure. And I had one more question about it, but it's all good. We'll move on. If it comes back up, I'll let you know. But yeah, throw me another number, man.
All right, let's go with 21.
21.
Yeah.
What is something you supported early? Like, it could be a person, it could be a company, it could be a service. Like, an example for me, I like to feel like I can call out like music artists. I'll be like, oh, that's a one song that I heard when they were like super unknown, and then boom, they kind of pop off, and that's what I kind of mean by support. But yeah, it could be a person, company, or service that you signed up on for.
That's a good one. Actually, there's just one mainly that comes into mind right when you said that. It would have to be back in my high school days, when I was a freshman. There was this breakdancing club called Hip Hop Elements, you know, and it was kind of like it was dope seeing it in my freshman year, because I would see all the seniors, you know, shout out to like Johnny Rockforce, you know, and all of them. But after they graduated, everything kind of changed. Ooh, sorry.
You good.
Everything kind of changed, you know, and not a lot of people were breakdancing after that generation of seniors. So, you know, after that, I kind of involved my friends into breakdancing, and I kind of just like brought back that whole club all over again. And like seeing it now, it started off with literally just like 7 people, and now, you know, there's like 15, 20, you know, 20 people in Hip Hop Elements, you know, and not just breakdancing, but, you know, pop locking, you know, basically all elements of hip hop. So seeing it grow now, you know, and being there from the beginning, from how it was on the low, how they were going to shut it down because it was not getting any popularity or any people coming in, to how it is now. You know, it's an amazing progression to see that, you know.
This is a company or a group?
No, no,
Like,
no, no, no. It's just a, you know, one of those like high school clubs, you know, that you.
oh snap! I got you. I got you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they're still around and doing their work in the high schools, or?
Oh yeah, they're still going around, you know. And I wouldn't say it, you know, I wouldn't say that it's not just me who incorporated to how it is now. You know, there's other people that help with that. So, but other than that, you know, I kind of help influence, you know, more kids to get involved into dancing and just expressing themselves.
For sure. I did want to ask you about how did you get into breakdancing? What was kind of like that thing that captured your attention and your interest about it?
Well, I've been dancing my whole entire life, really. So then I got into, you know, I started seeing people, you know, breakdancing in my like 6th grade middle school years, and never really, you know, tried to approach people and, you know, say what's up, you know, I want to learn this, until I got into freshman year, you know, and then seeing that club and seeing, you know, all the old heads breakdance, you know, very influenced me to get into breakdancing. So, you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Was there? Would you say there was like a particular style that you kind of gravitated towards? Like I don't know the culture for breakdancing at all, but I would like to think there's different, you know, there's nuances, you know, even in breakdancing there's different ones. Yeah.
There's like, you know, there's people who are, you know, stylistic with their footwork, or, you know, or people who are power heads, or people who are really dope with their freezes, etc., etc. But, you know, I kind of focus more into like just feeling the groove, you know, feeling the music and just going with the music. So I'm kind of more of a, you know, style footwork kind of person, you know. I enjoyed, you know, doing freezes and doing other power moves. You know, you got to influence all of that into, you know, to make it into, you know, your style of breakdancing. But, you know, I like to switch things up and kind of just go, you know, with what what the music is telling.
For sure. Is there like what kind of music you listen to when you break?
I mean, like I listen to anything really, just as long as it has a nice, you know, nice beat to it. You know, I can listen to lo-fi, or I can listen to just even reggae, or I can just listen to, you know, even the newest stuff from like Cardi B or something. You know, just as long as it has a nice beat to it and you have a nice, you know, good hearing to, you know, what the beat is like, then, you know, it'll be easy for you to break dance with any music. So, you know, I listen to anything and I just go with it.
For sure, because, you know, for me that's ignorant about breakdancing. I just always see the clips of like, you know, the 90s music or the 80s, like hip hop. You know, people are usually breaking to that music, you know, like so. But yeah.
I mean, I still do listen to that, you know. I still listen to some James Brown, you know, some Sugar Hill Gang.
That's what's up, man. Break into some James Brown.
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
You know, some Salt and Pepper and all of that. You know, still gotta listen to the, you know, old school stuff to, you know, understand what, you know, what breakdancing is and what hip hop started off as, you know.
Yeah. Do you when you breakdance nowadays, do you are you ever interested in, like, I guess, taking those dance classes online, or is it just more I'ma do me, like I know how I want to dance, you know? Yeah.
Well, I mean, right now I'm just doing it mainly because, like, exercise and just, you know, I just don't really have time to do online classes, so I never really thought about, you know, thinking about doing that. But
I got you.
You know, if I ever had the time, probably a different dance style or something.
I feel like breakdancing would be hard to teach, right? Because like the movements are so fast and like
not really. You know, there's a lot of teachers out there that I know that are really good at teaching. You know, especially like kids. You know how kids, you know, they have a very short attention span. So, you know, being these teachers, kids how to break dance and seeing how dope this generation is now, it's ridiculous, you know.
I got you. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's just it's just a personal thing because I know I can't move my feet that fast or I can't hold those poses. So yeah.
No, we slow it down for everybody. We slow it down for everybody always. It's what I always tell people. Practice makes perfect. Slow it down. The more you slow it down, the more you slow it down, the more you'll perfect it when you speed it up.
I got you. Damn, that just sounds like great overall life advice. You feel me?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right, man. We got about 10 minutes to go.
Yes, sir.
We can knock out a couple more numbers out here. So yeah, give me another one.
All right. I don't know if anyone did this yet on your channel, but you pick a number for me. You pick a
Okay.
number.
Yeah. No one's done that. I'm not gonna look at the list, but I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go 25 for you, and let's see what
25?
that is. Yeah. All right. What would you say is your most valued possession?
Most valued possession. That's a good one. Well, all right. If it would have to be something that is physical, it would honestly have to be either my necklace, my ankh, that's been given to me by I consider all of my best friends my brother. So my brother, shout out to him, known him for a while. So other than that, my vape helps me quit cigarettes. So but other than that, what I value the most is my life, really.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I gotta stay healthy. Sooner or later I'm gonna get off of this. I'm gonna get off, just smoking in general. I'm still gonna be smoking weed, but
Yeah.
sooner or later. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on mine too, man. Like, my vape is valuable right now. But I did stock up on like 6s, 3s, and 0s because eventually I kind of like want to progress down and see what happens.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll just like smoking 0s for the rest of my life. Who knows? That's just
I'm on 3 right now, so.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, damn, man, I just feel so cool with the smoke coming out. That's just me.
Yeah.
But
satisfaction, inhaling that smoke and the taste,
it's a breathing exercise, honestly, man. Like, how they be talking about you take a deep breath in and you release. I'm doing that all the time when I'm vaping. So it's like, that's just part of it.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of yoga lately, so I've been like breathe not through my chest but more through my diaphragm, which is your stomach area, and that's how you should people should be breathing, apparently, because you're getting more oxygen to your body. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever listen to Rogan, but there's this dude that went on there and he was talking about breathing too, and how important it is to breathe through your nose. Like everyone should be breathing through their nose at all times. And I'm like, I'm challenging myself to do that like so hard, but it is nearly damn impossible, man. But I guess for 30 years of my life, I've been breathing through my mouth. I gotta learn how to breathe through my nose now.
I try to breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. That's gonna be harder,
Yeah. I gotta. It's something we all gotta work on. We all got stuff to work on. You feel me?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, man. Give me one last number, and then I'll wrap it up first. But yeah.
For sure. We'll go with number 1. Let's go with number 1.
Starting off in the beginning. What can you not imagine living without? Like something in your life. Family?
My family.
Yeah, man.
Family. If knock on wood, if anything goes down and all of my family just disappears or dies, that's the end of my family. That's my end of my family tree.
It's a big slap in the face, man. Just thinking about it just feels like
and it's like yeah, if it sucks because like all of those culture, you know, all of that generations and generations of culture kind of just, you know, in a sense goes away, but you know, it's still staying with me. But you know, yeah,
yeah, it becomes something you can't see, but you can only feel, right? And
yeah,
those are different things for sure.
yeah,
I feel you. Well,
yeah.
before we wrap it up, man, just want to thank you again for coming on. I hope you had fun. This was fun for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the last question to wrap it all up is, what is the greatest lesson you've learned thus far? Yeah.
Greatest lesson I learned: be humble. Literally, you know, be humble, be honest with yourself, and be honest with people, because honesty goes a long way. Honesty goes a long way. Being humble, you don't always need to expect anything from people. You know, don't expect anything from people at all, because it'll come when the time is right. You know.
I got you.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think is I guess consequence of not being humble? You know.
I mean, greed. You know.
I see.
You think about it. Look, you see all those millionaires. You know, all these trillionaires. Yeah, they're making a lot of money. Yeah, they're, you know, helping in a sense, but they can distribute all of that money that they have and literally give it to everybody, and everybody won't be poor anymore, you know.
I wish, man. I fucking wish, you know? That's how they sell that shit, man. Yeah,
you know, I wish it was that easy, but
yeah,
it is what it is, you know.
Nah, for sure, man. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thanks again, Kelvin. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your openness. And hopefully we could run it back down the line, you know. Maybe we'll get more folks on here. But yeah, I don't know if you want to give any shout outs or, you know, say your piece. Feel free to do so.
Shout out to you, my guy. You know, 34 questions.
Right on, man.
Him, you know, like his videos. But you know, shout out to all the urban farm heads. Shout out to, you know, just the cannabis community and everybody, you know.
Yeah, man, for sure. Shout out to the world. If you watching out there, shout out to you. And we'll catch you next time.